We all dream of more time with loved ones, more time for passions, more time to simply be. But the pursuit of longevity often feels overwhelming, shrouded in complex science and conflicting advice. What if I told you that the path to a longer, healthier life isn't as convoluted as it seems? It boils down to understanding a few fundamental principles that directly impact your cellular health and resilience. We're going to strip away the noise and focus on three powerful, scientifically backed pillars that can genuinely add years, and more importantly, quality years, to your life. Tip 1. Harness the power of cellular housekeeping. The autophagy advantage. Imagine your body as a bustling city, constantly generating waste and needing repairs. Just like a city needs an efficient waste disposal system and dedicated maintenance crews, your cells have an incredible internal recycling program called autophagy. The word autophagy literally means self-eating, and while that might sound a bit grim, it's actually your body's brilliant way of clearing out damaged components, misfolded proteins, and dysfunctional organelles within your cells. Think of it as a microscopic spring clean, vital for cellular health and preventing the accumulation of molecular junk that contributes to aging and disease. When autophagy is working optimally, your cells are lean, mean, and efficient machines. They can regenerate, repair, and resist damage more effectively. But as we age, or when our lifestyles are less than ideal, autophagy can become sluggish. This leads to a buildup of cellular debris, like rust in a machine, impeding function and accelerating the aging process. It's a critical, yet often uncelebrated, process that underpins much of our health and longevity. The exciting part? We have significant control over activating and enhancing this vital process. So, how do we flip the switch on autophagy and make our cells super cleaners? The most potent and well-researched method is through controlled periods of nutrient deprivation, more commonly known as intermittent fasting. When you abstain from food for a specific period, your body shifts from a growth-oriented state to a repair and recycle mode. Without a constant influx of nutrients, particularly glucose and amino acids, your cells are signaled to start breaking down internal components for energy and raw materials. This isn't about starvation. It's about giving your digestive system and metabolic pathways a rest, allowing your body to focus its energy on cellular maintenance. There are various approaches to intermittent fasting, from daily time-restricted eating, e.g., eating all your meals within an 8-10 hour window and fasting for the remaining 14-16 hours, to longer fasts, like 24-hour fasts once or twice a week. The key is consistency and finding a pattern that works sustainably for you. During these fasting windows, your body experiences a metabolic shift, increasing ketone production, which not only provides an alternative fuel source for your brain but also signals pathways that promote cellular repair and resilience. Beyond fasting, specific compounds found in certain foods can also subtly stimulate autophagy. Resveratrol, found in red grapes and berries, and spermidine, present in aged cheese, mushrooms, and legumes, are examples of natural compounds that have shown promise in enhancing this cellular cleanup process. While not as powerful as fasting, incorporating these into your diet can offer additional support. The payoff here is immense. By actively promoting autophagy, you're not just potentially extending your lifespan, you're enhancing your health span, reducing your risk of neurodegenerative diseases, metabolic disorders, and even some cancers, all by optimizing your body's intrinsic cellular intelligence. It's a secret weapon against the molecular chaos of aging. Tip 2. Optimize your metabolic health. The insulin sensitivity imperative of our modern world, with its abundance of processed foods and sedentary lifestyles, has created an epidemic of metabolic dysfunction. At the heart of this dysfunction lies insulin resistance. Insulin, a hormone produced by your pancreas, is like a key that unlocks your cells, allowing glucose, sugar, from your bloodstream to enter and be used for energy. When your cells become resistant to insulin, it's like the lock is jammed. Insulin struggles to get glucose into the cells, leading to elevated blood sugar levels. Your pancreas then works overtime, pumping out more and more insulin in a desperate attempt to bring blood sugar down, resulting in chronically high insulin levels. Why is this critical for longevity? Chronically high insulin levels are a significant driver of aging and disease. They promote inflammation, increase fat storage, especially visceral belly fat, which we now know impacts brain health and contribute to a host of chronic conditions like type 2 diabetes, heart disease, certain cancers, and even Alzheimer's disease. Think of it as constantly flooding your system with a growth hormone that, in excess, can accelerate cellular wear and tear. Maintaining insulin sensitivity, where your cells efficiently respond to insulin, is paramount for metabolic health and, by extension, longevity. So, how do we resensitize our cells to insulin? The answer lies in a powerful duo: dietary choices and regular physical activity. Let's start with diet. Reducing your intake of refined carbohydrates and added sugars is arguably the most impactful step. These foods cause rapid spikes in blood sugar, triggering massive insulin releases. Focus instead on whole, unprocessed foods, plenty of non-starchy vegetables, lean proteins, healthy fats, and fiber-rich complex carbohydrates in moderation. Fiber, in particular, slows down glucose absorption, leading to a more gradual and controlled insulin response. Imagine fueling your body with slow-burning, steady energy rather than explosive, short-lived bursts. Now, for the other half of the dynamic duo: movement. Regular physical activity, especially a combination of aerobic exercise and strength training, is incredibly effective at improving insulin sensitivity. When you exercise, your muscles contract, acting like a sponge for glucose, pulling it out of your bloodstream even without the full action of insulin. Strength training, in particular, builds muscle mass, and muscle is metabolically active tissue that uses a lot of glucose, further improving insulin sensitivity. Aim for consistency. Even short bursts of activity throughout the day are beneficial. Breaking up long periods of sitting with movement is crucial. The twist here is that while many focus on weight loss for longevity, it's truly about metabolic health. You can be a healthy weight but still be metabolically unhealthy if you're insulin resistant. Conversely, someone might carry a bit more weight but be metabolically flexible and highly insulin sensitive, indicating better long-term health prospects. The payoff? By optimizing your metabolic health, you're not just preventing chronic diseases. You're preserving your energy levels, enhancing cognitive function, and dramatically reducing systemic inflammation, all of which are hallmarks of healthy aging. It's about ensuring your body processes energy efficiently, preventing the metabolic chaos that shortens lives. Tip 3. Prioritize deep restoration. The sleep and stress connection in our fast-paced world. Sleep is often viewed as a luxury, and stress as an unavoidable companion. Yet, neglecting these two critical aspects of life has profound implications for your longevity. Sleep is not just a period of inactivity. It's an incredibly active and restorative process vital for cellular repair, hormone regulation, memory consolidation, and waste removal from the brain. During deep sleep, your brain literally cleanses itself, flushing out metabolic byproducts like amyloid beta, which is implicated in Alzheimer's disease. Without adequate, quality sleep, these processes are disrupted, leading to chronic inflammation, impaired immune function, hormonal imbalances, and accelerated aging. It's like trying to run a marathon without ever refueling or repairing your muscles. Eventually, you'll break down. The quantity of sleep matters. Aiming for 7-9 hours of quality sleep for most adults is a good target. But quality is just as important as quantity. Are you waking up refreshed, or feeling groggy? Poor sleep quality, even if you're in bed for enough hours, can be just as detrimental. Factors like inconsistent sleep schedules, excessive screen time before bed, and poor sleep environments can all chip away at the restorative power of sleep. And then there's stress. While acute stress is a normal and often necessary response, chronic stress is a silent killer for longevity. When you're constantly under pressure, your body remains in a fight or flight state, releasing hormones like cortisol. While cortisol is essential in short bursts, chronically elevated levels wreak havoc on almost every system in your body. It suppresses your immune system, promotes inflammation, disrupts sleep, impairs digestion, and can even shrink parts of your brain involved in memory and learning. This constant internal alarm bell accelerates cellular aging and leaves you vulnerable to a myriad of diseases. The twist here is that sleep and stress are inextricably linked. Chronic stress often leads to poor sleep, and poor sleep makes you less resilient to stress, creating a vicious cycle. Breaking this cycle is crucial for longevity. So, how do we master deep restoration? For sleep, establish a consistent sleep schedule, even on weekends. Create a relaxing bedtime routine. Dim the lights, avoid screens at least an hour before bed, and consider warm baths or reading. Optimize your sleep environment by making your bedroom dark, quiet, and cool. Caffeine and alcohol, especially later in the day, can severely disrupt sleep architecture, so be mindful of your intake. For stress management, identify your personal stressors and develop healthy coping mechanisms. This isn't about eliminating stress entirely, that's impossible, but about changing your relationship with it. Techniques like mindfulness meditation, deep breathing exercises, spending time in nature, regular physical activity, which doubles as an insulin sensitivity booster, and nurturing social connections are all scientifically proven to reduce stress and promote relaxation. Even just 10-15 minutes of dedicated relaxation each day can make a profound difference. The payoff? By prioritizing deep restorative sleep and actively managing stress, you're not just feeling better day to day. You're safeguarding your immune system, protecting your cognitive function, balancing your hormones, and allowing your body's intrinsic repair mechanisms to work optimally, laying a robust foundation for a long, vibrant life. Your longevity journey begins now. The path to a longer, healthier life doesn't require drastic, unsustainable changes. It's about consistently applying these three simple, yet profoundly powerful, principles. Start small. Perhaps today, you focus on extending your overnight fast by an hour, or you swap out a sugary drink for water. Maybe you commit to a 15-minute walk, or ensure you get to bed 30 minutes earlier. Each small, consistent step builds momentum, creating a ripple effect that compounds over time. This isn't just about adding years to your life, it's about adding life to your years. It's about maintaining the energy to chase your passions, the clarity of mind to embrace new challenges, and the physical vitality to truly live every moment. So, are you ready to unlock your longevity potential? The power is within you. Start today, and watch your future self thank you.